Hi, I'm Laila Garrett, and I am a dance major at Arts High School. Today we're going to Arts High School to see how COVID-19 affected the administrators and the artist scholars of the school.
The pandemic affected me in many different types of ways. Personally, I didn't have that much space in my house, which restricted me from a lot of movement. And I'm the type of person that likes to go big in my movement, so that wasn't very helpful. Also, the connection issues with doing it virtually also prevented me from doing a lot of things which we need to stay on our A game in this specific school. Also, so when I come outside of the school and want to pursue my dance career, I'll be able to get on top of things and actually be a part of it.
So during COVID-19, while we were quarantined at home, studying from home, distanced me from both my academic and artistic progression.
Basically, COVID-19 made me realize what I truly should prioritize in my life in regards to my academics and also my friendships.
Oh, the pandemic had a hard effect on me. Because of the pandemic, I lost my uncle and I lost two cousins that I was close to. None were sick enough to pass away, and one was actually sort of young. So it had a very hard effect on me. But then the other side of the pandemic, the part that I can take some good away from was that my children were home with me, and I got to build a stronger and better relationship with them. We spent a lot of family time together, a lot of time connecting with one another. So I take that best part of it away from it.
Okay, it affected me by not being able to come into school. Parents, visitors, all of them have to stay outside where we get up and go out to them instead of them coming in the main office. So that's been a little hard, but I think we'll get through it.
My grades was very bad because since I was in my comfort zone, I have no motivation to go to class, and I didn't feel right, doing certain things at home since there was nobody pushing me.
It affected me badly. Can't really practice it the way I wanted to practice it amongst my other peers.
It affected my life. I couldn't play basketball for 3 to 6 months. I gained mad weight. I became fat and depressed.
Virtually, I can't really learn that good, so I prefer being in the building. And I can't really play basketball for a season.
COVID-19 affected me professionally, personally, and financially. It was a sacrifice for my kids who are now in college to be at home, which caused additional finances that we were not expecting. Also, even though it made our relationship greater, their experience of their first and second year in college was not pleasing because they had to do it at home, and it actually affected their mental state. While that's bad in itself, but I did get them some help, so therefore they're able to cope with being in the house during COVID-19. It was definitely a challenge. Professionally, it affected me because I was not able to interact with the students here at Arts High School, and that is one of my greatest joys.
Hey y'all, it's Troy. So how COVID affected me, first on a positive way, it taught me how to be cautious, certain things, not to touch everything, be very careful, certain stuff, certain connections with certain people, especially if they have it. It negatively affected me because I lost 2 people in my family from it. So just get tested, stay positive, or stay negative. Stay positive, you get your attitude, and we're gonna get through this soon, y'all. All right, peace out.
COVID-19 affected me because I personally feel like I wasn't able to grow, and experience some of my teen years because I was trapped inside of a house for nearly 3 years. I didn't get the great school experience that I needed, so I kind of feel like I'm back in class. And yeah, I just wasn't able to grow and have fun, and a lot of things I missed out on that I could have been with what I want to do with myself. So yeah, that's how it affected me.
Thank you. Go.
Hi, I'm Anaya. So, the pandemic regressed my dancing ability. And I say this because as a sophomore, I used to get up, I used to dance. I was kind of happy with dance, but over the pandemic, I stayed in bed 24/7. I barely logged on to dance classes. And I just became very lazy. My limbs got tight. My flexibility was gone. And then when I came back to dance after the pandemic, I was just a mess. And I'm still a mess. But that's okay, because God got me.
Okay, so basically, COVID-19 has affected me in both a bad way and a good way. Honestly, in COVID-19, my mother made a lot more money than she's ever had for some reason during COVID-19. So I've been getting a little bit more money too, because my mother is my money. So that's a plus. But for my major, drama, I'm a drama major. And drama is all about like people and being on stage and touching people and getting close to people. And it's very hard to do something like that virtually. So it kind of made me very complacent when it came to my major. But I'm glad to be back into the swing of things, and I'm learning how to adjust to virtual theater.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Mene Gali. I'm a senior at Arts High School, and to describe the COVID-19 situation, well, it hasn't been all bad for me. During virtual learning, I've actually been pretty good. I've been functioning well, maintaining my grades, and the same thing with my major. It's more fluent, it's more efficient online as it is in school, and I don't have any problem with this.
Okay, go.
Hey, this whole COVID thing affected me because we were virtual, so my grades kind of slipped. But now that we're back in school, they're picking up. And also, on top of that, I ended up catching COVID. So that was also like a downer, but tied to our major, we had to dance in our living rooms, in our homes, and it was not good. So I'm glad that we're actually back in school.
Hi guys, so the way COVID-19 affected me was, it didn't really affect me negatively, but I think it did in a positive way, because that's when I really discovered my true self, and like being inside all the time just left me with my thoughts. So I was able to work on myself, and yeah, it just made me excited for college, because I'm super happy. But thank you.
Hey.
COVID-19 affected me personally badly. Literally just now, about 30 minutes ago, I couldn't audition for Montclair State University's dance department because I didn't have the second dose of the coronavirus vaccine. They're forcing this on us, you know what I mean? They're forcing this COVID-19 vaccine on us when it's literally, it's something that I personally don't believe in. And COVID-19 over the whole quarantine affected me because I couldn't see friends, I couldn't see cousins and people outside of the city I lived in and stuff like that. I couldn't dance the way I wanted to in New York, and it was just like a traumatizing moment. That's all how COVID affected me.
While we can look through the lens of the Arts High School artist scholar as to how the COVID-19 pandemic affected their lives and transformed their overall school experience, the pandemic had an effect on the greater Arts High School community as well. The school was a bastion for dance performances, plays, concerts, and art exhibits, which further enhanced the lives of the parents and brought together members of the community to celebrate our artist scholars. Arts High School means so much more than students simply attending classes and practicing their craft. It was alive with sports competitions, winter and spring dances, vocal performances, and the final senior showcases. As a parent, I missed all those performances at the school, as well as the climate and culture of the school overall. Students of Arts High School also lost 6 fellow artist scholars to car accidents in the past 2 years, and they were not given the space to lean on each other and heal from the trauma. Arts High School post-pandemic has become a shell of its former self. Hopefully, as we work towards coming out of this pandemic, the school can return to its former glory and restore the artistic culture of the school and bring back the performances.
After my daughter graduates, I plan to still support the performances of up-and-coming artist scholars once they become open to the public once again.